Augie, who was our founder, used to say, people stop exercising for two reasons. They get on a piece of equipment or do something and they do it wrong, or they do too much weight and they hurt and they don't like it, so they stop doing it. Or they don't do it the right way and they don't get results and they don't get the outcome they want, and they stop doing it. Life Fitness was the first to bring electronic exercise equipment. Augie, at that point, was selling Nautilus. He used to print flyers for the Life Cycle and was selling the Life Cycle on the side until he eventually could bring Life Cycle, the company, up online. I've seen Life Fitness go from 0 standing in strength to the best portfolio of strength in the industry, undisputed, with brands like Hammer Strength and innovation that Gary Jones brought to the marketplace as he started that company. Life Cycle grew up into Life Fitness, and that foundation of biomechanics and doing things right. Augie then went back to Gary and said, what if our two companies were together? We have the same principles, the same DNA, the same belief. We could go conquer not only cardio on my side, strength on your side.
When we look at the DNA of the company, it really did start around innovation. Products like Life Circuit, first computerized strength machine that we developed. There's products like Exertainment, which was a partnership between Nintendo and Life Fitness to gamify the cycling experience. We saw things evolve to having integrated televisions on cardio machines. And then all of a sudden, technology kind of took hold. With products like Symbio, we can start to create experiences that are more immersive. You can imagine with AI and some other technology, we can start to automate a lot of this to the user, create better programming, better workouts.
The first app that can connect to a piece of cardio equipment, that was Life Fitness Connect. The first open platform APIs within the commercial fitness industry was Life Fitness. The first cardio equipment platform that allowed you to upload your own custom content was Life Fitness. And we're continuing to innovate, and we have our eye on the future for providing the next latest and greatest cutting edge technology. There's got to be a purpose, a problem that we're trying to solve.
Our innovation starts with the customers, starts with understanding what their challenge is as a business. If we can understand their challenges, we can better develop products to help them out.
It's the breadth of what we're able to do with the restrictions that we put upon ourselves to work within the production and the design rules and create all kinds of different movements that people love.
My name is Julie Daly, and I'm the Director of Biomechanics and Advanced Engineering. Biomechanics is studying how people interface with our equipment. Studying people almost as machines. We're analyzing human motion. We're looking at the forces that act on people while they're exercising and the forces they put onto the equipment. Having biomechanics lab and all the equipment that we use for analysis helps us quantify what that field should be. It helps us develop specifications on motion, and that helps the engineers design the machine in order to create that motion.
Our innovation really comes from a product perspective and a customer perspective through iterations of just continuing to take a step forward over time, which goes back to the founder of Hammer Strength, Gary Jones. His innovation was really to be as efficient as possible in design, in manufacturing, and the materials that you use, and being rigid with that. It requires us to continue to be creative inside that box.
So when we start a new project, it will start with our product managers, and they've done research in the market, and they'll come to us as a design team and say, we have this idea, we want to be able to work together. So we will do some initial concepts just to get something out there for people to evaluate.
what is the project scope? Is this a massive redesign? Is it just a slight tweaking of something, a slight upgrade? And with that, we're going to go to a lot of products that we've earmarked as like, this is what's considered premium, this is what's considered high end. Then we'll start to generate concepts.
Even at that early stage, we are working with our biomechanics team, and we also work with our mechanical engineering team. They will give us the mechanical components that we will then overlay all of our concepts. We want to always be seen as an innovator, and that can be challenging because things are changing so quickly and there's so many players, but it's something at the top of our minds constantly.
It has to feel great. On Life Fitness, we're focused more on new users, novice users, and experienced. Hammer's going to be more focused on performance users. They both perform and exercise phenomenally well, even though we do it in very different ways. Simplicity is definitely an element because maybe it's the first time using a strength piece ever, but it also needs to be inviting to them.
Take quality and reliability to the highest level. At times as an engineer, slapping just the easy rectangular bracket in there is the simple solution, but we take the time to make sure that it is a truly artistic, beautiful crafted machine and experience for the end user. Hammer Strength has a little bit of a different approach. We are very effective, almost in its own way develops an aesthetic. It's square tubing, it's simple bends, it's 90-degree cuts, it's thick pieces of sheet metal. It's not always about appearance, it's about the pure athletic movements. The machine is as stiff as possible so you feel as connected as possible to the resistance so that makes sure that the movement is converging when it needs to be.
We have a variety of engineers, we have a variety of program managers, product managers who all have different focuses in different areas of the business. We're able to share information, gain knowledge that you wouldn't otherwise have. The design process is pretty cyclical. I'm working very closely with our product manager and the engineering team where we're designing, we're iterating. As the process comes along, we get to a prototype that we approve and we want to move forward with.
Todd Graham, Senior Manager of Engineering. I lead the reliability team. So the testing that we do, it's a mix of everything. Electronics, mechanical, some chemical testing, environmental testing on adhesives, vinyls. There are a lot of components that we'll test to tens of millions of cycles. There's some new geometry, there's some new things that we've never done. We're using some new materials as well. We looked at design, all of that combined together. Did the component fail where we expected it to? Does it have the behavior from analysis and from other testing that we expect to see?
We try to industrialize as much as we can, but it's always people that are behind the machines. Being at setting up in the robot area, it's still people that program it, and everything else is a manual, hands-on. We have a manual paint booth. We have manual weld. Everything for us it's about the people and how they manufacture stuff and the culture that they have.
The pride that I take in this department alone is just knowing that what we do at the end of the day is going to be lasting a long time in somebody else's home. What I send out the door, knowing that I did everything I could to make sure that that was a great quality upholstery or part, and knowing that the customer is going to get that and feel the same way about it, that makes me feel good.
There are always testing going on. Every day we take a random product from our finished goods inventory, we break it down, we build it up. Receiving it into our gym, we notice how we bring it in the door, how we unpack it, what we do with the packaging material once we're done with it. And then we assemble that product and then we inspect it ourselves, and we do this every day. And it's really been the key to some of our improvements that we've had over the last couple of years.
When we first opened this business almost 9 years ago, it was difficult. You hear a lot of feedback that you don't know what you're doing. the gym is not set up correctly, and you doubt yourself over and over. As soon as you get in that mindset, then you start looking for the real special people that'll help you get to where you need to be. Johnny invited us out to corporate headquarters and walked us through their design studio, answered questions, and showed us equipment, show us what we should do, what we shouldn't do, what we should consider. And that was the thing that drove us to be very loyal to Life Fitness and Hammer Strength. It's just John's ability to listen. That shows a lot.
Co-creation can happen a lot of different ways, but let me give you one example. If there's an area of the gym that isn't getting as much traffic as that operator might like, they can bring us on property, they can show us that space. Once I understand their business more, we give back to them a concept and a vision.
For us, it is all about consultation. It really hinges around building relationships. So typically our customers have a general idea of where it is that they want to start. And so we like to partner with them and our innovation hub to really start to hone in on some of those ideas. We collaborate with them to really start to put some of those product pieces on the floor conceptually, and we bring that to life. When you walk into a facility that you've directly impacted in that way, and you see that product and you see that vision, you know you're doing something worthwhile.
The design of the room was important for me to build off of what I was doing at the old high school. I wanted a full-fledged power racks to keep kids safe, to give them a sense of ownership of that space, and then to increase the number of kids working out. So we've gone from 22 bars moving to 36 bars. It's gonna bring unity, which is phenomenal.
We operate in 13 different countries, and so we've got a large global footprint. It's really important for us to maintain that balance between not just the United States, but also the different cultures that we have internationally.
We have accounts with major hospitality groups, such as Hyatt Hotels, such as Marriott, Hilton, Four Seasons. We know how to talk the hospitality language. So if you understand what your customer needs, you're going to be able to resonate with them. Sometimes we provide them with things they didn't even know they needed. And we are exclusive with Royal Caribbean and with Carnival Cruise Lines. If you can service a cruise ship, you can service pretty much anything.
There is so much focus right now around health and wellness and well-being. And I don't think if we look in recent history, there's been as many tailwinds in this sector as there are today. What makes me so excited, not just to be part of this industry, but then to be part of these two brands, is the innovations that we have on the horizon and what we have recently brought to market.
My focus for this team is we never want to forget the history and the legacy and the importance of what we're known for. There's a strong understanding that we're committed to quality and durability and performance. I'm really very confident that we've done a good job of that. When I go out and talk to our customers across the globe, there's a level of confidence when you have a brand that you're proud of, and the people across the board see that. You build culture by listening and really applying what you've learned. We have a tradition, 55 plus years of being in business.
It is 100% a functional team effort, without a doubt, of multiple things: experience, industry trends.
So we're actually doing meetings and we're looking at a prototype or a design or a concept all together.
We're always working together to solve problems.
And just understanding the latent needs of people in general.
It's inspiring people to get up every day, get into a routine of working out. And ultimately, we know we're doing good for the world.
Helping people to grow and build their own bodies up so that they can live their best lives.
And in order to do that, we have to move as one company. That's where Life Fitness and Hammer Strength is today, and that's where we're going to be in the future.